afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Business Opportunity with Chai webinar series. This is the series which we started to present the different business model, business opportunity for all of you. It's a 45-minute session where first we talk about the business options from our side. Towards our panel discussion, we would love to take all your queries. The particular webinar is hosted by Management Team of Franchise India, Gaurav Sir and Sonia ma'am. And the business opportunity with Franchise India team is delighted to launch for all of you is Vimal Dairy. They are inviting the franchisee partner. The brand comes from the land of Gujarat. They have already penetrated the market since 1994. They have successfully running 8 outlets. And today they are talking about 2 different models which can be started with the investment from 7 lakh rupees. It is a privilege that Ms. Namas has joined us today for this particular webinar. So thank you so much, Namas, for joining in today. It is our privilege to talk about the brand. May we request you to start with the presentation for all the friends and the investors, those who have joined us.
Thank you, Archana. Very good morning to all our investors here. I'm Namasvi and I would like to present our franchisee model for all our investors today. I hope the screen is visible to everyone.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, so I'm Namasvi here and I represent Vimal Dairy and Ice Cream. So today I'd like to share some highlights about our company, what Vimal Dairy is, what Vimal Ice Cream and what our company is about, our product portfolio and what we have to offer to our investors today. In the later part of our presentation, we would like to guide our investors through the industry landscape about how the food and grocery retail market is in India, the performance and the future projections for this industry. And the last segment of this presentation, we would guide our investors through the franchisee model and the financials of the 2 models that we are going to discuss and share with all of you today. We would also like to highlight some of our brand uniqueness, some key points that build our strength. So Vimal Dairy was started in 1994 in Mehsana in Gujarat by our founder Shri Chandubai Patel. It is now one of the largest private dairies in Gujarat. Currently, when it started, we had only a small milk handling capacity of 10,000 liters a day. But today we have grown to handle about 4 lakh liters of milk per day. We currently, with our retail stores in Gujarat, we have about 8 stores that are present in Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, and in Baroda. And we look forward to expanding this network first in the first place across Gujarat and then pan-India. At Vimal, all of us are strongly committed towards serving all our consumers with great quality products, great consumer satisfaction, innovation of products, and a good ambition for growth for a healthy society. Our main aim and mission as a company is to place at least one Vimal product in every household across Gujarat first and then pan-India. So moving forward to our product portfolio, our primary segment is the dairy segment, where we have an elaborate range of milk and milk products like pasteurized milk, ghee, butter, processed cheese, dahi, lassi, paneer, flavored milk, skim milk powder, whole milk powder, dairy whiteners, and Shrikhand. Our second segment is ice creams. We have a great and elaborate portfolio for ice creams as well. We have over 150 SKUs, and all these SKUs are available in different delicious flavors in the forms of cones, bars, family combo packs, sundae tubs, scoops, ice cream cakes, and the list goes on. Then we have our namkeen. Again, we have more than 60 products to offer in our namkeen segment in different packaging sizes. Our latest 2 products that we have launched are tea and sugar, which we would love to add in our retail outlets. This is a small example of what our retail stores look like. This is our company outlet that we have launched in Ahmedabad. So this is about 300 square feet of space, and that is sufficient to keep all our products, display all our namkeens, our ghee, dairy products, as well as ice cream. Moving forward to the industry landscape in India. India is the 3rd largest food and grocery market in the world. In India, per se, the food and grocery market is the largest segment in the retail sector, and it currently is valued at about $570 billion. But in the future, say the next 5 years or so, there is an expected growth for about 8%, which shows an opportunity worth $850 billion by 2025. Going to the category retail spend, about 80% of the retail spend comes from staples and fresh products. The remaining 20% comes through packaged snacks, confectionery, beverages, ice creams, and other food products. Then the modern trade is something interesting that we would like to show our investors here, that has shown significant growth from 1919 and to 2025. It is projected to show about 7% growth. The grocery resale trends in India, if you can see, the data here shows that the number of retail grocery outlets in India have had a steady growth from 2016 to 2019. And due to the pandemic, those 2 years, we can see a slight dip. But again, from the last financial year, it shows a steady growth back. And the future also has a bright projection for a stronger growth. For the retail channel estimates here, we can see that modern trade and e-commerce have a bright projection of about 30% of growth and share in the total retail channel by 2025. And the key drivers for this growth for grocery retail stores comes from more changes in urbanization, per capita income growth, increasing number of nuclear families, changes in purchasing habits and consumer behavior, evolving lifestyles, and also where modern trade stores are offering a whole a great assortment of products under one roof that offers a great convenience to consumers who are looking for an opportunity where they can grab the most of their essentials in one store. So that saves a lot of their time, and it just gives them a clearer picture when they are purchasing their products. The dairy market in India is highly fragmented. It is fragmented across the country because of the different geographic limitations and So currently the dairy market has reached a valuation of about 13.17 lakh crore, and it is expected to grow at about 15% in the next 5 years. Though a majority of the market is still unorganized, the last few years and decades have shown that a lot of private players, cooperatives have been entering the market and have tried to organize this segment. It is also projected to grow at another 5 to 6% in the next 5 years. The ice cream market in India has reached a valuation of about 165 billion in 2021. But again, the growth is very bright, and by 2027, it is projected to reach about 436 billion at a rate of 17.69%. The leading consumers for ice cream in India would be Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Gujarat, and Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu. So currently, the majority of the sales for ice cream do come from these states, and ice cream being a highly seasonal product, majority of the sales come in through the summer months, that is from March to September in India. Now we would move forward to discussing the franchisee model and financials that we have to offer to all our investors today. So Vimal Dairy as a company and as a brand, we would like to assure everyone that our products are created using natural ingredients. Most of our products come directly like fresh. You can call it from the farm to table concept, that we would like to procure the finest and freshest of ingredients and process it and deliver the fresh and nutritious products to all our consumers. At every step of our manufacturing processes in every segment, we have very stringent quality testing measures to ensure high quality products are delivered to all our consumers. We aim to use minimum adulteration or actually no adulteration and very minimum amounts of preservatives in all our products. So our manufacturing processes are also environmental friendly. Like we do try and cut down on our carbon footprint through our production processes. Our plan for our retail and distribution growth segment is primarily we would like to expand through the west zone, first starting from Gujarat and then across the west belt. So in Gujarat, we would like to focus our growth in places like Mehsana, Ahmedabad, Rajkot, Surat, Vadodara, and then across a few more cities in Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Goa. That is our first phase of expansion. And the second phase, we would like to enter the tier 1 and 2 cities of pan India that would cover the northern, southern, and eastern belts. So the first model that we would like to offer, and the primary model, is the franchisee owned, franchisee operated model. So here we like to offer either a single franchisee unit or a multi-unit franchisee. So the different available options would be either via as retail stores as ice cream and quick consumable outlets as canteens or in food courts and corporate areas. We would also be interested in expanding into the corporate gifting segment and through online sales. So this is the first model that we would like to offer. This is our retail and ice cream store model. So I think typically our requirement would be from 150 to 250 square feet. And we would like to offer this in the tier 1, 2, 3 cities within Gujarat first, around residential markets which are densely populated or apartment complexes. The second model would be what we discussed was the ice cream and quick consumable model. So that would be about 300 to 350 square feet, again in first and the tier 1 and 2 cities in and around Gujarat. So we could also offer this model in densely populated residential markets, educational institutes, office complexes as a part of canteens or in food courts and good commercial areas. So the revenue mainly would be generated through margin on sales via all our retail stores, then commissions on online order fulfillments, and through corporate contracts if any of our investors have good corporate referrals. So ideal investor and in partner profile would be something what we have highlighted here. We would request and want all our investors to have a strong will for business development, good customer relation management, and skills to with patience to handle operation. We would also like them to manage multiple tasks and adapt to different changes as per the market. And prior experience would always be an added advantage and helpful. We would, as a company, be supporting our investors with certain brand guidelines. And we would also, have good support with our operations, IT, supply, and we would ensure that they have a good, adequate mix of all our products at all their outlets. From the franchisees end, we would request them to handle the daily operations, handle our customers and sales activities, their staff, and the maintenance, and have a good service quality. When it comes to the business development, we would like to we would be interested in having good tie-ups with corporates and builders where we can put up our outlets and stores, or which, because those are the places which would be highly densely populated. And we would also support them with the marketing and promotional activities at on the launch and promotional levels. The technical points of this, we would also provide some training for the staff and for the franchisee owner before the operations begin, so that we could guide them what are like how to manage our sales operations and inventory and accounting and payment processes. And we would also be providing some regular audits and performance checks and feedbacks we would definitely collect from all our investors. uh, so another business opportunity we would present here is the distributor model for our brand. We would love to develop distributors at the state and city level who could strongly support us in the retail channel with corporate gifting, with good connections and referrals in the Horeca segment. And also, we would support distributors who would strongly support online aggregators and online sales with the mega Amazon, Swiggy, Zomato, Blinkit, Zepto, Slice. And we would also be interested in having a retail segment in a shop and shop concept. With our distributor partner profile, we would have similar requirements as per having a good business development, good skills to handle our customers and patients to handle the operations. We would also want our distributors with a good network within the cities and areas and sufficient capacity to financial capacity as well as capacity to handle our products and continue the distribution. So yes, this is our shop and shop retail concept. So we would like our products to be placed in GT, modern trade, bigger retailer stores such as Big Bazaar, More, Reliance, or an Oshia Mart as such. So the distributors would be requested to form the connections with the bigger retail stores and modern trade stores for the shop and shop model. And the inventory as well as management and operation for this would be the responsibility would lie with the distributor. The key benefits and advantages of this would be great generation of demand and speed to the market for our products, and also we would be offering higher profit margins to the distributor. With our corporate gifting, we have a good range of products that we can offer for corporate gifting. Again, distributors who would have great referrals with corporate would be at good advantage with this. And again, the recent trend in growth for online aggregators like Dunzo, Blinkit, Amazon Fresh, Instamart would be an added advantage for the sales. So coming to the towards the end of our presentation today, we would like to discuss a few things for roles and responsibilities from our distributors and our support as a brand. As a brand, we would provide the training for all the business aspects. That could be technical training from our IT and for our product management. Then we would also keep a track of all our inventory via centralized server, and our brand will we will support our distributors with some marketing and promotional activities as well. We would ensure good supply of our products with a good mix and good amount of our products to our distributors, and we would have our key would be having a good feedback from all our partners so that we can have a seamless performance and service for all our customers. As a distributor, it would be required to undergo the training that our team would provide. Distributors would also be responsible for a smooth end supply to for our products for the endpoint, and we would encourage our distributors to build and expand their current and old network connections so that we can have a good reach to all our customers. So as discussed earlier, the key support what we would be providing in the pre-opening and post-opening stages of our models would be as listed here. For the store development, that is from the selection of the site, the unit development, the brand requirements, brand guidelines, marketing and promotional activities would be supported by us. The key training, product training, technical training for software, all of that would be provided. Also, the corporate connections, we would like our distributors and investors to strengthen their old and new, current, existing corporate connections to establish that opportunity. And for the post-opening business development support that would be provided, if of course if we have any new products being developed, we would make it available through your retail stores and distribution channels. Good supply of all our products, sufficient margins to ensure there is enough profitability. And for all our marketing and promotional activities, we would definitely support you all with the required materials and campaigns. So here is a glimpse of the financials that would be required as an investment for our retail and outlets. So typically, if we take a 150 to 250 square foot outlet, a basic investment would be anything between 6.5 to 7 lakh rupees. And average revenue would be estimated to be about 55 to 60 lakhs. The average EBITDA would be about 5.5 lakhs and a healthy ROI of about 89%. So the payback period would also be between 15 to 18 months, though we've mentioned 18 to 19, but in our good interest for all our investors, we would love to have a shorter payback period. Similarly, for our 300 to 350 square foot model, investment that would be required would be somewhere between 8 to 9 lakh rupees. Average revenue per year expected would be about 65 lakhs and average EBITDA is about 8 lakhs. Again, we have a healthy ROI here and payback period would be a similar of 12 to 18 months for this model as well. And yes, a franchisee fee of about 75,000 is included in the mentioned investments. So thank you everyone for joining me here. It was a pleasure presenting our financial models to all our investors. And I think now we are open to taking in all our questions.
Thank you so much, Namasvi, and a wonderful presentation. And, I also see a lot of hands being raised. Friends, I'll request all of you, whatever queries you have on the business model, you will use the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen and we'll take it up on your behalf. And while doing so, if you can also mention your city, अगर अपना आप शहर नाम लिख सकते हैं, city या कोई property अगर आपकी है जो आपको लगता है इस location के लिए business के लिए viable है, आप please वो भी लिखिएगा. I keep seeing a lot of hands raised, तो मैं request करूंगी आप hand raise करने की बजाय अगर आप लिखेंगे Q&A box में, it would be convenient for us to take all the questions. So अपना नाम, अपना city या कोई property जो आप own करते हैं आप लिखेंगे, we'll take it up. So great, thank you again. And friends, just to recap the entire model, this is an opportunity from one of the leading manufacturers in dairy, which is based out of Ahmedabad, and the company is Vimal Dairy. And dairy in India, has been traditional, very highly regulated industry, so to say. And earlier, the organized sector share in the milk procurement was very, very low because a large, proportion of the milk and the milk product were sold through informal channels. Right, but today this organized dairy industry and the entire segment is becoming very, very growth centric, where we are actually witnessing almost double-digit growth in this segment alone. And if we talk about the format and the business overall, when you look at an opportunity like this, this is a very volume-based business. आपकी volumes बहुत ज़्यादा होती हैं. It is a subscription-based business and also a repeat business where you are have a captive audience. जैसे आप घर के आसपास आप खोलते हैं, volume business because आपकी ये जो वॉल्यूम है, दिस इज अ डेली कंजम्पशन. ये आपका वीकली साइकिल में नहीं आता, आपका मंथली साइकिल में नहीं आता. दिस इज अ डेली कंजम्पशन स्ट्रक्चर. एंड सब्सक्रिप्शन मॉडल इसलिए है क्योंकि जो भी आपका एक बार क्लाइंट या कस्टमर आपका बन जाता है, ही वुड कम रिपीट टू यू. सो एवरी डे कंजम्पशन बिजनेस है ये. सो व्हेन आई से सब्सक्रिप्शन एंड रिपीट बिजनेस, इसका मतलब ये भी है कि ये बिजनेस में प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी भी लाता है. एंड
दो फॉर्मेट है. इफ आई टॉक अबाउट द फॉर्मेट, एक फ्रेंचाइज हमारा फॉर्मेट है, दूसरा हमारा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मॉडल भी है, जहाँ पे फ्रेंचाइजिंग हम देख रहे हैं. टिपिकली वी लुकिंग एट गुजरात एज अ मार्केट, एंड वील आल्सो लुक एट सम सिटीज विच विल टेक एंड अंडरस्टैंड कौन कौन सी सिटीज में हम जाना चाहते हैं. बट फ्रेंचाइजिंग में दो मॉडल हैं विच विल स्टार्ट विद समवेयर अराउंड 150 स्क्वायर फीट, जो छोटा आपका फॉर्मेट है, विद एन इन्वेस्टमेंट जो आपका 6.5 लाख से शुरू होता है. एंड देन देयर इज अ बिगर फॉर्मेट वेयर द एरिया रिक्वायरमेंट इज 300 स्क्वायर फीट का आपको एरिया चाहिए, एंड दिस investment is almost between 8 to 9 lakhs as a overall capex, and this investment includes everything from your stock, any equipment, कोई इंटीरियर है, फ्रेंचाइज फीस है, सारी इन्वेस्टमेंट इंक्लूड करके आप दोनों में से कोई भी फॉर्मेट आप खोल सकते हैं. और दिस ऑल्सो इंक्लूड्स इन्वेंट्री, एंड विल टेक मोर क्वेश्चंस ऑन दिस. दूसरा मॉडल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का है, एंड जैसे हमने प्रेजेंटेशन में देखा, इसमें द कंपनी इज सॉलिसिटिंग सम इंटरेस्ट फ्रॉम पार्टनर्स who preferably, अगर आप किसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं, एफएमसीजी बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं, ये प्रोफाइल काफी रेलेवेंट है बिकॉज यू अंडरस्टैंड द इंडस्ट्री, एंड जिसमें सारा रिटेल सप्लाई टू ट्रेडिशनल रिटेल इज समथिंग विच विल बी योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. एंड दूसरा होरेका सप्लाई भी आपके थ्रू ही होगा. होरेका इज योर होटल, रेस्टोरेंट, और जो आपका केटरिंग का बिजनेस होता है, तो इसका भी सारा सप्लाई चेन वुड कम अंडर द डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर. तो ये दो मॉडल्स हैं जो हम मार्केट में लेके आ रहे हैं. And Namasvi ji, just to start off with, I'll take some questions. I see many questions in the Q&A box. मैं सारे questions लेना चाहूंगी. And just to start off with, अगर हम बात करें दोनों formats की, एक हमारा 150 square feet का format है, the other is 300 square feet format. So इसमें अगर हम ब्रेकअप समझ सकें, what is the breakup of 6.5 lakhs, 8-9 lakhs का जो format का breakup है, broadly ब्रेकअप हमारा क्या कितना है? 75,000 आपने बताया फ्रेंचाइज फीस की तरफ है, बट द बैलेंस विच इज ऑलमोस्ट अबाउट 5.5 या 5.75 लाख का इन्वेस्टमेंट है. तो इनमें अगर आप ब्रेकअप आप डिफाइन कर सकें, कितना हमारा किस चीज की तरफ है, कितना इन्वेंट्री हम इसमें हम डाल रहे हैं, क्या हमने इन्वेंट्री या इनिशियल स्टॉक है, इज दैट आल्सो इंक्लूडेड इन दिस इन्वेस्टमेंट? वुड यू वांट टू गिव सम क्लैरिटी प्लीज?
Yes, we can share a breakup of the financials with the basic initial investment. I think a lot of questions have been raised regarding that, as well as that distribution model financial breakup. Mm-hmm. So I think I can just share this with everyone here. I think that will make it easier. Yes, so this is the financial setup. I think, is it visible to everyone?
Yeah, we can see that.
Okay, so this is basically the breakup for the financial requirement or investment requirement for our 150 to 250 square foot, as well as a 300 to 350 square foot retail models. We will proceed with our distributor investment breakup after this. So if you see with the 200, we've just taken an average of 200 square feet. So for that model, I think the interior and fit outs, we would estimate about 240,000 at a rate of 1,200 rupees per square foot. The signage and in-shop branding would be another 25 to 30,000. Then our equipment cost would be estimated to be about 1,75,000. The breakup for the equipment cost is again listed below here. We have different options also for our refrigerators and freezer cooling machines. So it could go up to even 2 lakh rupees depending on what our investor is also requiring, and also the availability of space in the given shop. So our inventory and working for a working would be about 70,000. The pre-opening charges are also 70,000, and the breakup for that pre-opening is again listed below here. Franchisee fees included in this investment, and that is about 75,000. The additional charges that would be required are lease deposits and working capital requirements that include the rent, HR cost, electricity, and other miscellaneous expenses. So our total investment, what we would require would be anything between 6.5 to 7.5 lakh rupees for a 200 square foot model average. And for about 300 to 350 square feet model, a similar breakup has been provided here, and that would go up to about 8.5 lakhs. additional, we do have another few add-on features, like if some investors are looking for a glass facading at their outlet, or they want air conditioning in their stores, all those would be additional costs, and those are not mandatory but optional features that our investors could opt for. Now for our distributors, I think should I also share the breakup for our distributors?
Yes, please. That would be helpful.
Okay.
Ice cream 6 lakhs.
So
Namkeen is a 2 lakh.
I
and
think
dairy is a 2 lakh.
my respective sales heads are here, and they can guide you through the distributor breakups. So first, for the dairy segment, Mr. Vikas Mohan would take the lead.
Hi everybody, welcome to the
Vikas.
meetings from Team Vimal here, and I would like to elaborate on the distributor model for milk and fresh product. Ideally, in Vimal Dairy Limited, we have got three different verticals which operate generally independent of each other. First is the milk and fresh product division, the second is the ice cream division, and the third is the namkeen division. And we already have an elaborate network of distribution and retail outlet for all three divisions in Gujarat. And what here we are looking for, looking to club all three vertical under one roof for greater synergy, right? So for a distribution of milk, an ideal candidate is one who has a prior experience in milk or fresh product distribution, similar categories, or even frozen will do. We are looking to have an sales potential of minimum 100 crates per day, because milk is something which has to be bought and sold each day, and the milk deliveries are primarily between 2 a.m. to around 5 a.m. in the morning. So we are looking for distributor ka ek cluster hai, and he must be able to offload milk for 100 crates per day. Each crate is approximately 10 liters. So what we are looking for is sale of 100 crates from the distributor point of view, and they're very simple trade terms for this, because the crates are involved in this. So we maintain a crate deposit at the rate of rupees 300. That is approximately 30,000 rupees for the crate deposit. Payments are advanced. So for one day, approximately at the rate of, say, value of 550 rupees of crate of milk per crate, for 100 crates, it works out to be around 55,000 rupees. We just have to have a working capital for 2 days, because you buy in cash and sell in cash. So approximately, if we add up everything, around 2 lakhs is the total budget that you need to have for delivery of milk. An insulated van that can transport milk in your Guinea area is mandatory. All payments are advanced in this, and it's fairly simple. But only thing is the distributor should be willing to operate early in the morning. And we have full range of milk and fresh product, right from 6.5, that is A2 buffalo milk, to gold, that is 6 fat milk, to Shakti, that is 4 fat milk. For there are certain categories which are specifically meant for tea vendors, that is 4.5 fat milk, homogenized, 3 fat homogenized. We have entire categories of milk, and similarly in dahi we have very vast range of curd, that is light dahi, 3 fat curd, and in all pack sizes available, in cups, in pouches, and in bulk packs of 5 liters also. And same with milk also. Milk also we have a commercial pack of 5 liters, which generally goes for making paneer, it goes for making curd.
बल्कि इसमें इन्वेस्टमेंट आपने कितना बताया ओवरऑल 2 लाख रुपए हम देखेंगे इन्वेस्टमेंट
Yes. In case we do not take the cost of the loading vehicle, approximately 2 lakhs. And
लोडिंग व्हीकल तो ओन करने की जरूरत नहीं है, दे माइट नॉट ओन इट because there are a lot of logistics companies जिनके थ्रू ये
they might not own it, but they need to have this facility.
हाँ जी, तो 2 लाख का इन्वेंट्री है, and this is the initial inventory one might need to keep. But ये business friends, I'd like to add what Vimal ji also talked about, because इसमें आपका working capital की requirement आपकी रहती है, cash and carry business है. When I say working capital, initial inventory शायद आपका 2 लाख का होगा, but आपको हर टाइम ये इन्वेंट्री का जो भी आपका कैश कंपोनेंट है, लिक्विडिटी आपके पास होनी चाहिए ताकि आप रियल टाइम ये प्रोक्योर कर सकें. एंड इसमें
milk, for milk we need to have a daily replenishment model. For other products like curd, you can have it has a shelf life around 10 to 15 days. For curd and paneer, of course, we need to have some inventory holding of around 3 to 4 days. For that, basically, we have mentioned you need a holding capacity of around 400 liters. You need to have a deep freeze that can hold around 400 liters per day. So that would be cost. That would have a cost of around 35-40,000 rupees. So all in all, around 2 lakh would be fine in this.
एंड इसमें टेरिटरी कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे हम? अगर हम 2 लाख, आर वी गिविंग अ सिटी बेस्ड या एक लोकेशन या ज्योग्राफी असाइन की जाएगी?
It is generally a particular geography that is assigned. Maybe a running distance of around 5 kilometers up and down is enough, because the retail points are the density of retail point is
correct.
It cannot be a very long run, because more because of the mode of the product also. It tends to do something very fast.
एंड इसमें मार्जिन क्या होंगे पार्टनर के, जो हमारे डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर पार्टनर रहेंगे?
अप्रोक्सीमेटली मैम मार्जिन में देखते हैं तो पर डे का ही मार्जिन लेते हैं. मार्जिन 20-25 रुपीस पर क्रेट होता है. इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 8%, 8 to 10%.
Friends, if you have any question, आप please लिखते जाइए, and I will take all these questions. There are many questions which I'm seeing there in the Q&A. And एक और question मैं लूंगी नमस्ते जी. जैसे हमने 2 फॉर्मेट की बात किया, we talked about 300 square feet, 150 square feet. तो दोनों में जो हमारी ऑफरिंग है, प्रोडक्ट ऑफरिंग, इज इट डिफरेंट? यू नो, बिकॉज द साइज इज बिगर. 300 स्क्वायर फीट सो आइसक्रीम्स हैं, वी आल्सो कीपिंग फ्लेवर्ड मिल्क, एंड द स्मॉलर फॉर्मेट वुड हैव अ लिमिटेड ऑफरिंग. सो वुड यू वांट टू कमेंट क्या ऑफरिंग हमारे छोटे फॉर्मेट की होगी एंड क्या ऑफरिंग हम बड़े फॉर्मेट में रख रहे हैं?
बड़े फॉर्मेट्स में आई थिंक द फैसिलिटी ऑफ डाइन आउट वुड बी देयर. We'll have some I mean the scooping facility hogi. Person can consume ice cream over there, to more like an ice cream parlor, full-fledged ice cream parlor. So you can come and consume it there and there itself, and we'll have seating space and
जी. Okay, so basically it will be an ice cream booth parlor, and जो छोटा वाला format है, that will be a small booth.
Yeah, like a more of a retail, like just like a buy and cash and carry model. In the 350 square foot model, we can, like, there is a availability of space, so we can have some chairs and dining tables where people can sit and enjoy the items, ice creams, namkeens, or whatever flavored milk or other products.
And now coming on the operating expenses for a retail model, जो हमारा franchise model है, इसमें क्या expenses आप foresee करते हो? Typical हमारा जो salary cost होगा, जो cost of product होगा, if you want to even explain that would be helpful, because I see a lot of our investors trying to understand कि उनका profit margin क्या रहेगा, operating खर्चे क्या रहेंगे. Would you want to even explain that?
All right, so our inventory cost was about 70,000. So that split would be about the dairy segment, that is milk and milk products, would be about 15,000 rupees. Ice creams would be about 20 to 25,000 rupees. Then our namkeen would be about 10,000 rupees. And remaining that is tea and sugar would be another 5 to 7,000 rupees. I think we have covered most of our segments here, and some additional costs like packaging and consumables, like the plastic carry bags, ice cream cups, sticks, all that miscellaneous would be another 10,000 rupees that would be required. And again, when it comes to the rent and HR cost, that would vary depending on the location and the investors' interest.
इसमें एवरेज अगर आप बता सके, अगर हम 5 लाख का सेल की बात करें, my average sale for a smaller say booth is about 4.5-5 lakhs a month. So उसमें एवरेज रेंटल क्या जाना चाहिए? मेरा कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट इसमें कितना है? यू नो, व्हाट इज माय कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट? बिकॉज आई अंडरस्टैंड इसमें ये बहुत बड़ा स्टाफ की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. 1-2 लोग, इवन इफ अ सिंगल पर्सन एट द बूथ इज समबडी व्हिच इज गुड इनफ, क्योंकि 7 days है, मे बी समबडी वुड नीड टू हैव एटलीस्ट 2 people ताकि वो अपना वीकली डे ऑफ ले सके. सो वुड यू वांट टू कमेंट क्या हमारा कॉस्टिंग इसमें जाता है? एंड फ्रेंड्स, दिस इज नॉट अ वेरी, यू डोंट नीड वेरी ट्रेन्ड स्टाफ, एंड एनीबडी कैन बी एक्चुअली ट्रेन्ड which the company would do. So आपको इसमें जो आपकी लेबर कॉस्ट होती है या आपकी सैलरी होती है, वो बहुत हाई नहीं होती है इस बिजनेस में.
We would actually require not unskilled as per se, but we would recommend actually the investors to hire staff that is people who are highly slightly familiar with the use of computer, that is basic requirements of Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint maybe, and to also handle the operating softwares, because inventory management, sales, all these things would be recorded and kept track of by a central server. So daily sales, inventory, stocks management, everything would be required to be tracked on a central server. So we need to maintain that data. So for that, they would require, we would recommend that you'll have staff we can train them, but they should be compliant as well.
And इसमें हमारा क्या cost of food क्या रहेगा? If I talk about the cost of inventory overall हमारे operating expenses में, वो हमने what is that percentage?
Cost of inventory in terms of carry over the inventory in value terms, or because
इसमें अगर मेरा देखिए 100 रुपए का अगर सेल हो रहा है तो उसमें क्या परसेंटेज है जो मेरा कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स की तरफ जाता है? इन सिंपल टर्म्स, व्हाट इज माय कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड इन दिस केस?
Is around 4 lakh rupees against the sales of 5 lakhs rupees.
Around 20 to 20, we take a margin of around 20 to 25% in this.
So which would mean अगर हमारा 5 लाख का सेल होता है, then one can easily make about 1 to 1.5 lakhs. Is that what you're trying to say?
1 lakh rupees.
1 lakh
A lakh of
rupees.
rupees on a
Not
safer
more
side.
than that.
हाँ जी.
A lakh of rupees is a safer side.
हाँ जी, helpful. So I think we can remove this slide. I'll quickly take on some of the locations I see. And friends, we don't have too much of time, so I'll see whatever questions I can take. And large part, I think I've already covered on the financial side, but I'll take all your questions. It would also be helpful अगर अपना city आप साथ में, and I'll check if these cities are also open. So I'll quickly, pick the names. So I'm seeing Amit Patil ji from Vadodara. Vadodara के लिए interested हैं. I see Vicky ji for 2 locations. ये distributor के लिए interested हैं, Vadodara and Surat के लिए. And outside Gujarat भी जैसे I am seeing Mr. Pasha, वो नांदेड़ के लिए interested हैं. तो ये एक है, सूरत से काफी इंटरेस्ट है. पंकज जी बात करना चाहते हैं आपसे. And I'll quickly pick up the city. जैसे पुणे, हम महाराष्ट्र की बात कर रहे हैं. I'm seeing interest from Rajasthan also, and Mr. Surinder Ray हैं. He is already running some business he's mentioned. तो राजस्थान पे देख रहे हैं. बदौदरा है, जामनगर है, and जैसे Mr. जडेजा हैं, इनकी अपनी rented property भी है जो procure करने की जरूरत नहीं थी. He already has a location which he has. So इसमें are we okay with all these locations which I've just talked, especially अगर हम पुणे की बात करें, राजस्थान की बात करें, would we be open for considering these cities?
Yes, in and around Gujarat, so Surat, Vadodara, definitely yes, we can support. For places like Nanded and Pune, yes, we are open, but we will have to discuss the distribution and the supply chain to these cities, as these are new territories that we would be exploring. And these cities also come in our phase 2 of expansion. As we mentioned earlier, that we are strongly and we are keen on expanding in Gujarat first, and then in the Western Belt, and then Pan India. So the first phase, we are more focused on Gujarat. But yes, we would not, we would definitely like to explore this opportunity. And for Rajasthan, yes, we can support, provide support in Rajasthan as well.
Which city?
राजस्थान के लिए हम ओपन है फॉर बोथ फॉर्मेट्स, फ्रेंचाइजिंग के लिए भी या सिर्फ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के लिए ही हम फिलहाल देख रहे हैं?
Which format?
For which segment in the retail as well as distributor, right?
हाँ, so are we open for both is what I'm asking, or only for distribution to start off with?
Once again, could we just go back to which city in Rajasthan? Yeah, that's in, you just mentioned agency. Okay, could I get the exact city in Rajasthan?
Actually, if you can put your city, it will make us understand our logistics and planning. But Rajasthan में अगर हम देखेंगे भी, are we looking at only some specific cities that we can enter?
Right now we want to enter in a Udaipur region.
Okay.
And another is the Jodhpur region. It is the nearest to us. That's why Abu to Jodhpur and Udaipur side.
जी, एक important question है, this is primarily industry centric, and this question is asked by Mr. Vicky, and he's asking, जैसे हर business में there's a wastage एक होता है हमारा. So his question is, what is the loss in a business like this? आपका जो milk distribution है, आपका wastage approximately वो क्या percentage contribute करता है?
I think it is lesser than
0.25%.
Almost 0.25%. So that is almost
And we reimburse that
and we reimburse that loss. Whatever, if there is some damage, we do have a policy for that as well.
And if there's any product which is closer to getting expired, is there a replacement on that? How do we give a treatment to that product? Is also a question which I see from Mr. Pankaj Barvilia.
milk and fish product, no, though they do not have a replacement. It is entirely up to. Ma'am, fresh product like milk, which generally has a shelf life around 2 days, will not go. Generally, it is a market policy not to have the replacement policy.
Correct.
Generally, you take the order beforehand, then you place the order to a dairy. So it is T minus 1 day, not T plus 1 day. So generally, the chances of wastage are less. But even then, since it has a shelf life of 2 days, you can always keep in the refrigerator. We'll train the franchisee generally what we do or what the trade practice is. So whatever is the leftover milk for the third day, it is the people generally tie up with the tea vendors nearby, and they generally sell it on cost to cost basis. But it rarely happens because, as I said, it is generally order to order. Whatever is the order of the previous day comes the next day. So it can hardly be, and even in case an excess value, it won't be more than 10%. For that, we have a refrigerator and we can train them to offload it the other day.
Definitely. और अगर आप डेंसिटी भी समझाना चाहते हैं ना, wherever we are, जहाँ पे हमारा captive audience है, कितना neighborhood ideal होना चाहिए वहाँ पे? What kind of neighborhood are we looking at? कितना households density हम देखते हैं?
We are looking to around 150 to 200 household for a safer revenue model.
Per housing complex or society. So on an average, if we put it across, we would require or we would want at least on average a footfall of 120 to 150 customers per day to reach a sales target of revenue of about 5 lakhs per month.
Sure, that's helpful. And the city that you were asking in Rajasthan is Baran in Rajasthan, and we have Mr. Surinder Ray from Baran. So Baran se पूछ रहे हैं वो.
All right, so we can definitely look into the details and stay connected with. We can stay connected over this, and our team can handle that. Then the logistics and the supply chain to that geographic location. We can discuss that.
Definitely. And friends, I see questions still coming in. I'll request all of you, and some of you also requested if you can share a presentation. I'd like to add on to that. This webinar is live. Anybody who wants to see a recording also of the entire webinar can do that. You can log on to the Franchise India Brands Facebook page, and वहाँ पे आप पूरी webinar की आप recording आप देख सकते हैं. We are happy to even share a presentation with you in a financial working, जो पूरी model की है, जो भी हमारे 2 formats हैं, उनकी सारी working आपसे share की जाएगी. And at the same time, we're also keeping a discovery day on 19th of this month, which is 19th July को discovery day रख रहे हैं, जहाँ पे जो भी आपकी queries हैं, if you're local, you want to come and meet at their office, we are more than happy to extend and facilitate that for you. आप पूरे आप tour करना चाहते हैं, 1-2 outlets आप visit करना चाहते हैं, office में मिलना चाहते हैं, all that is something our teams would take care of. And for a lot of investors who might be from other locations, if you want to block your Zoom session, so 19th is the day that we are keeping for you. You can block your sessions for 19th with our teams at Franchise India. And for reasons, if anybody is not available on that day, we're more than happy to even start doing any calls or meetings maybe today onwards. And before I close, I'll request Vimal ji and Namaste ji, कोई भी last आपका message है for the entire audience who's listening to you.
We would first of all like to thank everyone for taking this time out and joining us for the presentation and webinar today. We would definitely look forward to extending our business opportunities with all our investors here in forms of our retail channel and our distribution channel. Yes, we look forward to having a healthy growth and business opportunity with all of y'all. And any other queries, we are always available here to answer all our investors and solve any queries or questions that anyone might have.
So, thank you so much. And Rashna, can I request you to kindly take over for your concluding remarks?
So thank you so much, Navasmi. Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am, for joining in today. Thanks all the dear participants for registration and joining the webinar. Please connect with us at our business number, which is 9717683838. Also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. Both the details are there on your chat box. We welcome all your valuable suggestion feedback. We are very much available at different social handles. Try to connect with us to understand different physical and digital event we do for you. And it's very easy to get connected with the management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonam at their LinkedIn IDs. There you can get the more information about international, national opportunities we supply in the market. Thank you once again for joining in today. Have a safe day ahead. Stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.